Check.
1112. The grandbaby was up and he was being all cute and making loud squealy noises.
Oh.
And I was like, bro, are you going to stop being cute? Because I kind of want to go downstairs and blow into your belly and make weird noises, you know? He's so much fun now, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much fun.
Sandy.
What's up, Carlos?
What are we doing?
Recording season 3 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
Already? What do we want the people to do?
Find us. YouTube, Apple Podcast, we're everywhere. Like, follow, subscribe.
And go floss yourselves.
And go floss yourselves.
Before we get started, I got to get something off my chest. Went to Starbucks yesterday. Mom's across the parking lot. She's going to work. So we're getting her a coffee. I'm getting one. And the daughter-in-law's getting one. And my wife wanted a hot something with extra almond milk, right? The girl repeats the order back to my son. He goes, yeah, extra almond milk. And she goes, well, it can only hold so much almond milk. We're going to use less foam. And I almost yelled out, listen, you little wise ass, I'm not asking you to defy the laws of physics. I know a cup can only hold whatever it can hold. But whatever it is, less of the other shit and more almond milk. You wise ass. I don't need this. You know what I mean? I just want a coffee, lady. I mean, don't overcomplicate the process.
You want your coffee spilling over, sir? Is that what you're asking me to do? Do you want the napkins that I wipe it up with so you can push it
just
back?
Squeeze it into your mouth? Am I a lunatic, or was that just kind of a wise ass answer? It can only hold.
I think it's a little bit of common sense that someone might be lacking a little.
I mean, she was nice about it, so I'm like, okay, all right. Now she just said, you know what I'm saying? What's the word I'm looking for?
It's the morning. We're ordering coffee, so you should know better.
What's the word I'm looking for, Sandy? The underhanded aggressiveness. What's that called?
Passive.
I'm sorry. I just want to apologize because I only slept like maybe 75 minutes last night. I caught a second wind real late, and then I was up till just like 10 minutes ago. Do
you need a nap?
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally gonna take a nap after this. But gosh, well.
Oh my gosh, Carlos. Episode 119, last episode. It was a prime number. We missed the opportunity. God.
Yeah.
And now we're on 120, which is absolutely not even close to being prime. Because you have 1, 2, 3 goes into it, 4 goes, 5 goes into it, 6 goes into
we
it.
Got it. 20 goes into it.
10. Thanks for bursting my bubble.
60. 40. We could do this all night.
30.
All night. Yeah, but that's I like those even or the divisible by 5 numbers.
Yeah, they're special.
I don't know what it is. It just feels good. You know what I mean? Like 118, you're like, trash. 120, we're doing something.
Hey, it's like throwing glitter in the air.
And then walking through it and coming out looking like a damn
unicorn,
hood ornament or something. Yeah, something amazing. So it's good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. I got dilemmas up the wazoo in my life, but
I think I saw some of that. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you're dealing with just drama and.
Well, that stuff, like, fine, whatever. It's more the house stuff that's really getting to me. Because, you know, I'm a person who loves having a plan. Like, you give me a plan, a goal, and I'm a workhorse. Like, I will do that plan, you know, like karate chop, ninja star my way to that plan, to the goal. But without a plan, making decisions, getting to a plan, not so much. Like, you
know what they say? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Plan to fail. Yeah, so I know I have to have a plan. So here's my dilemma. Do you want me to get into it? Because I'll get into it.
Yeah.
I'll give you.
All right. Let's do that. And
Carlos.
No, I'm just messing with you. And then we're gonna counteract it. I got some silly stuff I want to talk about.
Oh, so. I have some silly stuff too. I have a mystery.
All right, so hit me.
Talk about.
What's going on? What are you
here's the situation. We put the road in. We haven't applied for the loan because we don't know what exactly we want to do. We were still waiting on estimates. For this whole time, we've been thinking shop, living quarters, done. But as we went through it, it was like $sign, $sign. So then somebody said something about this builder that just finished their house. And I was like, I'm going to message him. And I was like, well, how much was it? And blah, blah, blah. And he said it was, a certain amounts per square foot. And I was like, And I did some math and I was like, we could build the house now instead and save the money on the living quarters. Still need a shop. So we're going back and forth. We're looking at plans. Like I literally took 6 pieces of notebook paper, taped them together, and drew up plans for what I would like in a house. And so we're going through, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like
they sell big paper."
I know. Didn't have any. Didn't go get any. Anyway, tape and notebook paper worked just.
I'm applying to Starbucks later on. I'm just practicing.
Oh.
Practicing being a jerk.
You're doing good.
Thanks.
Anyway, so I drew up everything, and John comes home, and he goes looking at all the numbers and stuff, and he goes, "Where's the electric?" And I was like, "Oh, crap."
There you go.
So now we're teetering. Like, do we want to just buy... So we're having the builder guy come over today to really get a better estimate of what it's going to cost. Because if it's going to cost way too much to build the house now, then we'll do it later. I'm fine with that. But what are we going to do in the interim? Because the shop with living quarters, it was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and dollar signs are just flying out of the window. And so I'm thinking we might just do a regular shop. What's that?
Up or out of, I don't know which. Either way, the wazoo, up the wazoo.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, it's gone like wazoo and out.
Dude,
money.
It's painful how expensive everything is. You know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah.
So whatever they say,
yeah,
I'd probably add, maybe 4 or 5 months.
We put
and
a buffer
another 10
in.
or 12%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you want
I know
stairs?
that's how it is.
Oh, we were just gonna put a rope ladder for you to get upstairs. You're like, what?
Yeah, you were just. Oh, you. Yeah, we didn't plan on an opening
stairs,
to get up there.
Stairs another 10,000.
Oh, you want an opening and stairs to go upstairs. I didn't know that, so that's an extra $40,000. Oh,
you want a door on the first floor? Oh,
you want knobs on your doors and stuff? What? So anyway,
put 82 doors, no knobs. You're like, dude, what are you doing?
You have to like pry it. Was you trying to get you to squeeze your fingers in there?
But we'll throw in two grip pliers. You just gotta jimmy rig it the whole time. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I'll just put those command strips, and then so it has a little pull tab.
A little hook. That's horrible, yes. Man.
Anyway, so I think what we will do if we don't build the house is build a smaller shop and just do a loft. So we'll take up a smaller portion of the shop, and we'll crawl up a little ladder every night. I mean, it'll be for just a little while, Like I feel like we can deal with it, bro. Yeah, it's seriously. Like camping all the time,
dude. I think by the time you get sick of it, the house will be done, and you're like, hey, that was fun.
Yeah. How did we get through it? So literally, when I was a new graduate from hygiene school, I slept on my parents' recliner in their living room for 4 months. 4 months without a room, without privacy, nothing. But looking back, I'm like, well, I did it.
Huh?
I'm still not here. Dead. Didn't die.
Just real quick, I'm into... Dude, I'm going knee deep into this woodworking thing, and it's
shabuzi.
It's cost me a little bit of money, but it's so much fun, and I like
Is it?
the precisionness of it.
Yeah.
It gives me something to do with my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what to do with my hands.
So I find I don't watch on a regular, but I've seen couples on YouTube who build their own house or their own homestead or whatever. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
And then it's several different couples, right?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, and they're young. They're like in their, I'd say, 30s. Maybe late 20s.
Right.
Industrious young people, and they sold all their crap and they bought some land and
downsized.
And they're like, we slept in a tent, a legit tent, for like 6 weeks for one project. You know what I mean? And he goes, now we have all this, but the reason we could do that is because we built our first house by hand, and I guess at my age I wouldn't want to sleep in a tent. I'm just a little bit too old for that.
Yeah.
But the point is that a little hardship, a little discomfort for long-term gains is kind of worth it. And I think you guys are kind of you're not. I don't want to say not fancy, but you're flexible.
We're simple.
When you know what the end goal is going to be. I think it sounds like an adventure, bro, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it will too. Just deciding what we want to do is the biggest thing. Once we have the decision, I'll be fine. Right now,
I'm like, are safe and together. Everything else is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We can work it out.
Yeah. Like, I started looking at campers to see, like, and these campers, I'm like, even a fixer-upper, I'm like, there's a decent amount of space. We could totally live in that for a few months or something. We're thinking about, even if we build a house now, getting just a camper or something so we can sell the house now and take advantage of the market.
Bro.
So, I mean.
That's what I worry about. And again, it's none of my business, what you do or when you do it. But I mean, our house sold, dude.
I know. I want my house to sell. Like, I put it on there. 2 seconds later, I have 45 people calling me. That's
what you don't want to do is show it for 9 months, a year, or whatever. You know what I mean? Because that's a pain in the ass. You have to
keep it clean,
dude. It's so much work.
I don't think I could do that.
I'm so glad we did it, but it was a major pain in the butt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yours sold. How fast did yours sell?
Dude, we put it on like Thursday, and by Sunday night we had a deal.
That's what I want.
I say maybe Wednesday, but I mean it was 3 days of sitting in the car with the dogs, and it was raining. It was it sucked. Luckily, it wasn't cold. But it was just a lot of work and very uncomfortable. Yeah. But, you do what you got to do, man.
We did even discuss maybe moving into his mom and dad's basement for a few months so we could just get this house on the market and just putting our junk, getting rid of a bunch of junk and then getting a storage unit or something like that. So we're still kind of in the decision phase. A lot of it will stem from our meeting today with the builder. Okay. So
well, good luck.
I hope we have a plan by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. So anyway, so that's my dilemma. And that's
a good problem.
It is. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I feel petty in a way for dealing, like for complaining about this. But on the other hand, I feel like John and I have been through so much stuff. Like, why can't we have something to go in our favor and be happy about? And really, this is our forever home. So, like, I want this to be a decent experience where we are still married at the end of it and we like the house and the shop and all that.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Oh, and each other at the end of it. Because, and that's what I feel like. Like, I don't feel like I deserve anything. Like, literally don't deserve a thing. But that's the way
I'll say this. I'll say deserve. I agree.
Right. I don't like that
anything.
word.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Did you earn it? Totally different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And my thing is, when there are so many other people who have nothing, why do I deserve anything? You know what I mean? Like, I'm over here building a house when somebody else doesn't even have a cardboard box to live in. So, it's every time I complain or cry or get stressed out about it, I really do end every thought like that with things could be so much worse. So I am super happy that this is, like, I have a home that's worth more than I paid for it now. I have land that we can do whatever to. This is a bump in the road. I will be fine. So, yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I'm blessed. I'm grateful, but I'm, complaining a little.
I think, I don't know. I think it's easy to get caught up in things that aren't ideal or perfect. They're just easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or decisions that don't just, I just fell into what. Dude,
yeah.
Life. That's how life works. I mean, I say we. You're old enough. You know how it works, and it could totally be worse. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
As long as you have your health, Jesus, man. I mean, we have
and
a
my
friend.
Johnny.
Yeah, and you gotta have him, or it's.
Yeah, because I wouldn't eat.
That's why we're doing it. But what I'm saying is we have friends. We just lost a friend. And I have somebody else going through some stuff with some chemo, and it's just things can always be worse. So
absolutely,
like
and for us, I hope that we're on the downhill slide from all the crap that we've been through. I mean, really, it was my childhood was crappy. And then, I moved away, had, bad relationships, came back. Then it was cancer. Then it was IVF. And then it was losing babies. And it's just one kick in the gut after the other. And I'm kind of like,
dude, I was just thinking that.
Can we?
I was going to say somewhere lower, but
I don't have those. So
it's a figure of speech.
Yeah, I'll say a kick in the gut. You can say whatever you want, but
okay.
But I'm sitting here going, okay, is it safe to breathe and try to build these plans and build these dreams, and or is it going to get deflated like pretty much everything else we've been through? So,
Bro,
I'm trying to keep positive. I think
up.
Everything will be fine. We're going to meet with this guy. And even if we don't do the house, we'll do the shop. We're going to do the camper. It'll be an adventure. Like, we're going to make the most of it no matter what.
Make it positive and
yes.
Don't sweat it. I read something the other day, and I've seen it before. And I don't know if I mentioned it to you last time. It said that if you worry about the past, right, it just leads to depression because there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, you said that.
If you worry about the future,
it's anxiety.
Causes anxiety because you don't know what's. Dude, just live in the moment, man. Just
right.
And now that I'm kind of thinking that way, I'm not saying live like a psychopath and drink it and drug it up. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But just whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, dude. You can't control it. You're happy now.
Yes.
Everything's good. Just roll with the punches, man. And I think my dad does that. And this dude is mid-70s.
Yeah.
Looks like he's 55. Doesn't give a shit about anything. And he's happy all the time. He's laughing all the time.
Yeah.
And he's going to live till he's 98 probably just because he doesn't
Laughter's
stress.
medicine.
He doesn't stress. And if it wasn't for that kid at Starbucks, I'd probably be less stressed too. But it was just and I'm like, is this kid just...
Are we going back to the Starbucks?
Well, it's the laws of physics, man. It was just a kind of sarcastic answer. And so last night, wife's at work, kids went out to visit some friends. I stay home and working on the podcast, the website, all kinds of other stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm listening to music. And my question to you is, who is or what type of genre or band or whatever, what do you do that's a kind of like a guilty pleasure that you indulge in for fun, just purely recreation, that you maybe not, I know you don't care, but that you maybe not aren't super proud of listening? You know, who do you listen to? Like, you know, dude, I rock out to Metallica, you know, like at level 11. Do you have a go-to or a guilty pleasure, or what do you do?
Yeah, I really, and oh my gosh, like I found out about John some things. I was like totally shocked. But for me, I love a really good gangster rap song. Like something Bala, Shot Kalla, 20-inch blades on the Impala.
Okay.
Getting lit. Oh, whoa. Something in the blend, and you know. And then like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crossroads.
Okay.
Oh. And then
R&B, you know.
Yeah, like
okay.
You know, so I guess that's not gangster rap. It's kind of mellow gangster rap, I guess. I don't know. And then you throw in a little bit of TLC Waterfalls, and I'm like in heaven. Don't go chase the waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you use.
They were cool. It's so many bands that you don't, or groups and singers that you forget about until you hear them again.
Yes. But, oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
So I've been watching drum cover videos, right?
What? Drum
cover
videos?
Cover.
Drum. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's different people doing covers of different songs, right? And so this lady comes on and she does a cover of a Pink song.
You mean girls play drums too?
Dude, there's a couple chicks on YouTube and they are amazing. There's a little.
What about?
There's a little
Def
like 10,
Leppard's
11-year-old.
Def Leppard's drummer.
Yeah, but he was an adult, dude, and he was already.
But he's a one-armed drummer.
He didn't become a one-armed drummer from the get-go. He was a drummer.
Well, I know,
before.
But that's even worse. Like you know exactly what you're doing, and then
yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
That's badass too. But
okay.
I'm talking about these.
So
these
are
kids
little
9, 10. No, one was a little
kids?
Japanese girl. Yeah, and she's killing it playing Led Zeppelin. Right.
Really.
This other lady is playing a Pink song, and I was like, I remember that song. You know.
Can you play part of it?
I don't know because they demonetize and I get warnings and stuff all the time. The point is, I went to I got the Apple Music, so I went to iTunes, pulled up Pink Essentials, right? And damn, she's got some bangers in there. You know what I mean?
She does. Oh,
so I'm sitting
she's
there
a really good singer,
singing along with Pink, right?
Are you any good?
My kids think that I am, but I don't like to sing in public. But
do you?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Do you sound like a mix of Fergie and Jesus?
No. You'll never get me to do it, which is crazy because I'll get up and tell jokes about my.
That was the voice of an angel.
But carpool karaoke, you ever watch that?
No, but I know what it is.
So they did the one with her and James Corden, right?
Oh yeah.
She goes, something about singing better upside down, right? So they got some inversion tables. They pull over, they have some inversion tables, and she's singing upside down, and then he's trying to sing. He goes, "No, this is pure rubbish. I can't." And then he couldn't get up, so they had to get like 3 guys to help him sit back up, right? He goes, "Sing better upside down." He goes, "I think that's pure BS, right?" And she goes, "Well, I sounded better." He goes, "Yeah, but you're Pink." You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be able to sing upside down either. The point is that it's just fun, and I don't know if it's I don't know. That is a guilty pleasure. I love watching like the one they did with Adele. I think Adele is one of the amazing.
She's awesome too.
Amazing, but I also enjoyed the ones where they had the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I think I saw part of that one. Yeah, like on
They drive
YouTube
around
or
in an
something.
SUV, and at one point,
Yeah.
they take their shirts off and they do a wrestling match in somebody's lawn. They just pull over. So the lead singer of the Chili Peppers is
Why?
wrestling with James, and of course James is a fluff ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he wrestles him to the ground, and it's just
Oh Lord.
I like the greatest hits albums is kind of like my thing, dude. I don't care
Yeah.
what band it is.
Yeah.
I just love
Yeah.
all the hits. I don't need to get knee deep into them, but unless it's a band I really like. So I don't know
Right.
what I'm trying to say other than I like music. I like the popular hits and
Yeah. So let's go back to this Japanese 9-year-old. I'm reading a book. So my guilty pleasure back when I was younger is I like to read. And I would find books that were based on different cultures, different times, things like that. So I would read, like I'm rereading The Tea House Fire, and it's based in Japan, World War II. Oh, long before World War II. But anyway, everything they do is like an artwork. Like you were saying with the shibuzi, shibatni, shiblabo. Anyway, with that, like it's very meticulous. And in the Tea House Fire, I'm reading about this dynasty, this family line, and all they do, their profession is teaching tea ceremonies. So they would hand it down and hand it down and hand it down. It is so structured, and there's like, even as the participant, like you are being served tea, you have to know how to drink tea, what you're supposed to say, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to sit. Like everything is so structured. And there's like part of me loves that. Like it's like an artwork. Like, and maybe in a way that's why I went into martial arts, because it's so structured, and there's I just love it. But anyway, so to have these younger children from Japan or whatever. I don't know what the culture is now, but I would imagine, if they're interested in something, it's very like structured, meticulous, like they practice all the time or something like that.
The Japanese are, and again, this might be an oversimplification, are just amazing as far as like the samurai sword builders.
Oh my gosh!
And stuff, right?
Yes.
Dude, they boil down the steel, and I think they call it blue steel. It has a certain and the guy can tell the temperature just by the color of how orange it is. And then he's got a couple assistants, and they have sledgehammers, and they bang it out.
Yeah.
And it looks like a lump of just trash. And the next thing you know, it's a damn sword. I mean, not next thing you know, it probably takes a month and a half, and then they sharpen it by hand. It mess up anywhere along the lines of constructing that thing. It's a
trash.
wrap. It's useless.
It's trash.
And I would lose my mind. They have Japanese temples that are 1,000 years old right now, put together, no nails.
Right. Yes.
Because that's how tight they cut things with these. I'm buying some today.
Super.
These Japanese pull saws are called.
Yeah.
Because they only cut on the pull stroke, but they cut precise.
Yeah.
I think it's called tenons.
Can you make me like a mini pagoda?
I would have to probably research the hell out of that, but
it has a roof like that, and shoji screens. Please, thank you.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, sure.
I'll Venmo you money.
Hey, just real quick, anybody listening? The little girl's name is Yoyoka, like yo-yo with a K on the end. Mm-hmm. All right, and this is from October 31st, 2019. 2.8 million views.
Is that all?
And she was 10 years old at the time, so she might be 11, pushing 12.
Wow.
This kid is
awesome.
A beast. She
We'll
did this one
Led
Zeppelin song, and they had Robert Plant watch her You know, they were interviewing him while they were playing the video of the little girl. He goes,
Yeah.
that is a hard song to play. And she's in socks. And I'm like,
just
this
chilling.
is amazing. And I'm just,
Yes.
and it's just awe-inspiring and jealousy-inducing because it's like, I don't want to say jealous. And I'm envious of that type of skill. And I wish I committed myself to something other than just being a clown. You know what I mean?
But you're really good at that.
Yeah, I guess. You know, you gotta do what you can, you know.
You know, when I was in martial arts, when I moved to Virginia, so here in Missouri, the type of martial arts was very traditional. And when I moved to Virginia, they had more of the sport karate and stuff like that. And when I found a school, I started training and blah, blah, blah. I actually, in my martial arts career, I actually had two grandmasters or whatever that wanted to train me to go into the Olympics. And I guess, you know, because I did have speed and stuff like that, but I didn't want to put in the time. I was kind of lazy. And then, you know, like I went to Washington, D.C. back in 1999. I was the U.S. Capitol Classics, what do they call it? Continuous sparring champion. Like, I beat girls from Canada and all this other stuff, these sport karate people. And the next year I went back to, like, defend my title or whatever, and I pulled my hamstrings. Like, I was stretching, and I felt a big pop in the back of my leg, and I was like, what was that? And I put my leg down, and my leg, like, just felt floppy. But I still, I got second place that year because I was like, they ain't getting me. But, like, I had, like,
when I was
in it, I was in it. But I didn't want to, you know, and that's the thing, though. It wasn't my path. I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be here doing the podcast. If I had gone to the Olympics, I wouldn't be here now with you, fine people listening, and Carlos, and married to the man of my dreams. So, cheers to that.
You know. But I'll say this. How many people in the world, out of the 7 billion people, have gotten a chance to put a gold medal around their necks at the Olympics? It's like landing on the moon.
Yeah, not
you know
many.
what I mean? Several hundred?
Sure. I have no idea.
I mean, I have no idea. The point is, it's kind of badass too, though.
It is. I would have bid it to make sure it was real. I think that's a thing, though. Like, you take a photo and you're like,
Those things are huge, dude.
Like,
you're going to chip something biting into that.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be like a Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's like,
Yeah, with the pinky out. Yeah. It's so stupid.
Those memes are funny, but anyway. So that's pretty much my special hidden talent. It's hidden now because I don't do it anymore. But so, do you have anything that you're really special hidden talents?
Other than the singing,
that
we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I don't. It seems like every week I have a different complaint.
Now it's Shabuzi
on some customer service issue.
Oh, so that's your special skill?
Complaining about. It's not unique, but I think I do it pretty well.
I actually, like, at the beginning of the week, I was like, I'm going to complain less this week. And I complained a little less.
But I like to complain, though, a little bit, I think. I think part of me just likes to
ruin other people's days.
No, I don't. No, here's the thing. I'm level. But when somebody does something rude, I like to call them on it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I like to call them on it. You know?
Yeah, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
I process it. Is it going to be worth my time and trouble? And 9 times out of 10, it's not. And I'll just talk to you or make fun of it or whatever on stage or whatever.
Right.
But
yeah, and blast them for all the millions of viewers.
Yeah. Speaking of which, dude, I think we had our highest month so far. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, our downloads organically, because we didn't put I got banned from boosting posts on Facebook and Instagram. So it's just been organic growth, which is awesome. So thank you all for listening. I think it's amazing.
That makes me laugh. Just
yeah,
and just be grateful that people care what we're saying.
Side note, I have big news.
Okay.
I asked Big Tuna to be my Valentine, and he said yes.
That's hilarious. Why wouldn't he? Did you bribe him with
right?
some candies, some chocolate?
So I sent him books. I like. I've been real big about, like, as my nieces and nephews have grown up. It's been more books. I want to stimulate their minds.
Sure.
Video games, money, like, that sort of thing, whatever. But books and things like that, where you can write your name in them, and 10 years from now they'll look back and go, "Oh, I got this from Tata Juju," or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I always tell the kids, I'm like, make sure and they read to them and stuff. I go,
yeah,
because that vocabulary right now, it's building exponentially, and then when he starts talking,
yeah, they're
it's
just
gonna be
soaking it in.
It's gonna be over. And so I talk to him in Spanish sometimes too, because he's pretty fair skinned. So he's gonna be this good looking white dude who speaks Spanish, and he's gonna be killing him, boy.
Yeah.
And his mom was like,
Evans
"No,
is gonna be the same way.
Yeah.
He's gonna speak French.
Be a little smooth talker,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And he's got that nice, like, caramel skin, so he's gonna be a lady killer. It's gonna be crazy.
We just hope, and again, not to put a wet blanket on this whole conversation, because this is fun. This is a fun conversation, but the world is crazy right now, dude. You know what I mean? So hopefully everything levels off and this COVID shit goes away and everybody stops acting crazy and we can all get along and just have a fun and happy world,
Cheers to that.
Cheers, Well, I'm drinking water right now. I didn't get up early enough, dude. I was up till, I don't know. It's embarrassing to even say it.
Yeah, you were up too late. But
sitting at home, I wasn't even out doing something crazy and fun.
Right. I was partying all night long.
Dude, we went to the diner. I came in and we started recording. Yeah, I still got a buzz. It doesn't matter. No, I was home. I'm home, just sitting there. But sometimes I like that peace and quiet. Just to be alone. I don't want to live alone, but I like to be alone sometimes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like my space sometimes too. Yeah, nice quiet space. Yeah. So, do you want to hear my mystery story?
Yeah. The floor is yours, young lady.
So it better be good, right?
Yeah, you better come strong.
So, so Thursday. So I'm sitting there, the dogs are just chilling, and I hear knocking on the garage door. And I'm like, my security camera didn't go off. So I'm like, okay. So I get on my phone and I'm looking at the live video and I don't see any cars or anything. But then I keep hearing this knocking and it's like, knock, 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 knock. And then I don't hear it for a little while. And then knock, 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 knock. Huh. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like,
I got a theory.
So I go to the garage door and we have a peephole and I'm like looking through the, can you see my eye? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I'm looking through the peephole and I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden while I'm standing there, I hear knock, 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 knock from the window on the side of the garage. And I'm like, I got startled. And I was like,
that's when you grab your gat, son?
I didn't even think to get my gun. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Anyway.
That's why you have
So I'm like
it.
wearing fuzzy. I know, right? So I'm wearing my fuzzy socks and I was like, I'm standing there, I'm just waiting.
Fuzzy socks and
then
no
I hear
gun.
it. Yeah. And it just snowed, so the ground is all wet and snowy. And all of a sudden, so I'm waiting. I'm like, I turn the lock on the door. And I'm waiting for it to happen again. And all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock. It's like, yank open the door. And I run around my fuzzy socks. And I'm like, who's there? You know who it was? I'll give you a guess.
A woodpecker?
Yes. How'd you know? You're so smart.
I had the same problem.
It was a red-headed woodpecker.
Those are illegal to kill.
Whoops. No, just kidding. I didn't kill it. It's still there. Maybe next time.
Those suckers are big too sometimes.
I know, it's got to be. I mean, it's bigger than it's about the same size as the blue jays, and blue jays are big. Anyway, so the outside of our windows are mirrored, so like they have this film on them that you can. But why is he pecking himself in the face? That's what I want to know.
Because he thinks it's another dude, or it's a chick woodpecker.
Oh, so is that how they make out?
No, I think that's how they tell the other ones to buzz off. Because
anyway,
when we put that mirror film on our back doors, we had these little birds that would make nests in the trees that we had out back, like these big evergreen bush trees thing. Yes. And they would swing at the door and attack it, and you hear them attacking it because they thought it was somebody trying to get close to their nest, and they're like, "Dude, it's a reflection, dumbass. What are you doing?" Like,
do you not know what a mirror is? What
Just
is wrong
guard
with
your nest and mind your business, man. Go get some worms, feed your babies, and settle down.
But the first time they run smack dab into the mirror, don't they realize that it's not a feathered creature? Like they're hitting something that's hard and flat and.
Oh, and then they would sit on the mirrors on the cars and the side mirrors, and poke at them and poop all over the side of the car. Dude, I wanted to go out there with a tennis racket and just start. And these weren't woodpeckers. It was, I don't know, some other kind of bird. But I just wanted to just start.
Punt them across the yard.
But you'd kill them if you hit them with a tennis racket. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, really, if you had a Fedorov swing, pow, they would, like, blow up in a big poof of feathers.
But here's how nasty little Snickers is. You know, Butter's like bionic, right? He's super fast. Yeah. He's like twitchy fast. Yeah. Like Bruce Lee. If Bruce Lee was a dog, it'd be this guy, right?
Yes.
And he caught a bird. I didn't see him do it.
Oh, wow.
But he caught a bird. And next day, week, whatever it was, I see Snickers playing catch with something. Oh, and this is in the summertime.
Ew.
I would say, and it was and I go, what is that? And it was the dead bird, and she's playing catch and tag with it, you know. So I was like, So we grabbed it, threw it in the trash, and we had to take her and dunk her. We had to get some holy water on this little snake.
I can just smell that now.
It was so gross, and I'm like, what kind of filthy little creature who's that adorable is playing with
that's a psychopath. So bad.
That's a psychopath right there. You know what I mean?
Well, you know the dogs go out there and they roll in all this dead stuff. Like they would find dead worms and just roll around and I'm like, do you like my new perfume? I got it from the backyard.
Scent of earthworm?
Ew, David.
So gross.
So gross.
Dogs.
Anyway, that's life with dogs.
Yeah, what are you going to
do? I know.
All right, man. Well, listen, let's get this day started. And
yep.
I don't know what we learned today, but we learned something.
Do we learn anything any day? Offyourflosser.com. Yes. We're like continually building stuff with it. Well, Carlos is. We'll have a calendar on there with CE events and opportunities, advertising opportunities for businesses, things like that. So that'll be on there. And then we have links to our Instagram, our MeWe, our TikTok, and our Facebook. All that stuff is on there. And oh my gosh, I'm so glad that some guy posted about his Linktree. And I was like, yes, that's what we need. So now we have it. Good job, Carlos, because you put that together. You're awesome.
Is the Linktree
awesome?
Yeah, no, you go check out the website, guys. It's offyourflosser.com. Can't get any simpler than that. You can watch, you can listen and get to all the podcasts. All the links are there, like you said, and contact us, whatever.
So go find us, subscribe. We want you to subscribe, follow us, leave a review. Go on any of the podcasts or YouTube or whatever. Leave some reviews, leave some comments. We want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
People.
What you got to say. Yeah, it'll be fun. So yeah, I'm good if you're good.
Yep. Episode 120. Not Prime. Totally not Prime. Not even close to Prime. But yeah.
No.
All right. Anything else, Carlos?
No, I think I'm good. You guys have been awesome. And,
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm going back to bed.
And I'm going to go do stuff.
Yeah,
go meet with the builder and get more stressed out.
Well, figure that out. You're going to be fine. Don't just take a breath.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be good. All right. Well,
yeah.
Guys, be good.
All right,
Take
guys.
care.
Get caught up if you haven't already. And then, as always, we want you to go floss yourselves.
Yeah, please. Twice. All right.
Yeah, a day or something.
Be good.